who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. That's practically, that means we cannot do anything. Because he is the one who is doing it. He is the main driver, you can say. We are just a car, but there's a driver inside a car. The car cannot move without a driver. Yantra Rudani Maya, Krishna. Yantra Rudani. Yantra is the machine. We are just sitting on the machine. And the car moves by itself because there's a driver behind that car. O sign of Bharata, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace you will attain transcendental peace and supreme and eternal goal. This now he says here 63. Thus I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. So first was confidential, now he explains still more confidential. That is more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. See, I have told you now everything. Either you follow the process or you follow the process of surrender to me, do my devotional service. Whatever you want to do. Choose. Yathesha Jashiv Tatha Kuru, he says. Do whatever you wish. That's the independence which Krishna has given us, and that's where we normally tend to fall down. Using our independence, using our intelligence, thinking that we know better than others. Even up to the point that we know better than Krishna. Because, but he says again, he doesn't want to leave it alone there. He says, because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge. Now he comes to the most. Before it was confidential, then it was more, and now he says, I'm going to tell you the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit. Now the screen opens. The most confidential knowledge. What is the most confidential knowledge? It's very, very simple. This verse was repeated in the 9th chapter, the last verse 34. The same verse was repeated. Again, he is repeating it to emphasize the importance of the verse. What he says, always think of me. Is it difficult to think about Krishna? No. We can think of Krishna everywhere. Drink a glass of water and say, beautiful taste. See the rose, you say, Krishna made the rose. Anything, this life, beautiful children, everything is given to us by Krishna. So thinking of Krishna is not difficult. Become my devotee. Well, maybe slight complication, becoming devotee of Krishna, because you give a few things. No? Chanting, maybe slight difficulties there. But anyway, it's easy. It's still easier than doing all those meditation things and all. Like we were reading of the meditation, when it comes to Dhyana Yoga, that putting center your eyes on the tip of your nose, sit on the kusha grass, go on top of the mountains. I mean, it's quite difficult to do those things. But becoming devotee is relatively easy. Once you become devotee, you'll enjoy it as well. Worship me. Now that's easy. Come to the temple, bring some offerings for Krishna, make some palatable dishes for Krishna, offer some arti, some simple. Any complication? I think all can do it. And offer your obeisance to me. So simple. You just come and pay your obeisances. You see Krishna, where you see Krishna, pay your obeisances. So 4 things only he is asking to do. He says, think about me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your obeisance to me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. So Krishna has simplified the whole process in this verse, which is the most confidential knowledge of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Man mana bhavamat bhakto madhya adi mam namaskuru mame vaishuri satyante pratijana priyosini. He said, just do these 4 things. And hereby actually the Bhagavad Gita gets to, by telling him that just follow these 4 instructions and you will achieve the topmost goal. So the Samban, Abhideya, and Prayojita. So this is the Prayojita, the goal. We will achieve the goal. Abandon all varieties of religion. Now he is making it the same. He's saying now if you want to know how to do this, he's going to explain it. He's saying forget about everything. All this, he says a variety of religions means this Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, forget about everything. Abandon all variety of religion and just surrender to me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. This faith we have to have. This confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, nor to one who is envious of you. So there are certain characters which Krishna says that this knowledge should not be told to them, especially those who are envious of Krishna. For one who who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. But if you spread this knowledge to the devotees who are anxious to hear about Krishna, who sacrifice the time, they dedicate the time, they give up other activities and come to listen about Krishna, if you explain to them this knowledge of Krishna, then what Krishna says, they are very dear to him and they will come back to him. So you have to preach. So preach to those people who are anxious to hear about Krishna, but not those who are envious about Krishna. There is no servant in the world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be more dear. So, if we do this, what we become very, very dear to Krishna, and that's actually the goal of our life, that Krishna starts loving us. And I declare that he who studies the sacred conversation of our worships me by his intelligence. And he who listens with faith and without envy becomes free from sinful reactions and attains to the auspicious planet where the pious dwell. O son of Pratha, O conqueror of wealth, have you heard this with attentive mind? Are your ignorance and illusion now dispelled? Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt and prepared to act according to your instructions. In the second chapter, Krishna said, Arjuna told, Karpanya dosho puhasupava, parchami tvam dharma samudaya. I am illusion, I don't know what to do. Please accept me as your student and guide me. Because he was so baffled, he was so disillusioned, he didn't know, because he said about those problems about killing his own family members and women getting unnecessary unwanted population because of the no protection of the women and all that. He will be responsible for that. He was arguing with his own mental speculation. And here what he's saying now after he has heard from Krishna, that he has to follow what Krishna says. And it is Krishna's desire that he should fight. Now that's why he says, my illusion is now gone. And I suppose after we have finished all these verses, our illusions are also dispelled. I mean, there wasn't any doubt when we went through all these verses at one go. We read so many verses, knowledge of the Absolute, where the explaining for the Supreme, but Krishna, he so boldly kept on saying that I am so and so, I am this God, I am above all the living God, I am the one who gives everything to everybody. He was boldly claiming it. And there is still no one to refute it, to say no, it's wrong. So I hope our illusions are also dispelled after going through this Bhagavad Gita, like Arjuna's illusions have been dispelled. Arjuna said, my dear Arjuna, Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt and am prepared to do according to instructions. Sanjaya said, thus have I heard the conversation of two great souls, Krishna and Arjuna. And so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end. By the mercy of Vyasa, I have heard these most confidential talks directly from the master of all wisdom, Krishna, who was speaking personally to Arjuna. O King, as I repeatedly call this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. O King, as I remember the wonderful forms of Lord Krishna, I am struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again. Now this final verse of the Bhagavad Gita, which says, wherever there is Krishna, the master of mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will always certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. Jai Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. This is another secret which devotees know of. They say, take away everything but just give me the service of your holy feet. Normally devotees, they pray that way when they chant Hare Krishna mantra. They say, take away everything from me if you want, but just allow me to pray or worship your holy feet. But they are very smart, because at the holy feet of Krishna, everything resides. Even Lakshmi resides there. So that's why I say that Krishna is there, you get opulence. I mean, at one point, Krishna, we have heard that Krishna takes away. If you become devotee Krishna, he takes away everything from you. But then if you're serving at his feet, and at his feet Lakshmi is serving, So automatically what happens is that you also get